Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Chai Leaves Tarot, where we get to your greatness one tea leaf at a time. All right, let's jump right in here. If you're new here, smack that like button, hit that follow, and let's just welcome you to the tribe. Let's get it going. Universe, what does the collective need to know right this second? Right this second, because I've been feeling like collectively you are like feeling cleansed, or you're about to. Maybe it's just, you went to the restroom, or, you are eating better, or you're trying to. Maybe today's day one, or one day. It's like they say, starting your lifestyle change or diet or skincare routine one day, or day one. You get to choose. And today might be day one. So let's just get into it, universe. What is coming in for the collective? Love, self-love, a glow up, maybe true love coming in for you. So love is in the air, depending on if you want to be with someone paired up or not. Community is also going to show you love. Your business, your coworkers, your maybe you have your own business, maybe you have like your own site and they're like liking and all of that stuff. Your algorithm is being shown love, whatever it is. Let's get into it. So it says the lovers, love affairs, romance building again within marriage, relationship. And it says like relationship, relatives, loving relationship you could share with a friend. So it's really out here. People are showing you love and you're like, whoa, I'm feeling the warmth. And maybe it's been a while, you've been a hermit, and you're like joining a book club soon, or something is starting soon for you. You're gonna be open to being shown love with so much, like, war, genocides, like things going on in the world. You're like, you know what? Let me start at home. Like, that's all the power I have, is to let love in and to shine my love, right? And so people are like, yo, she's so authentic. She has no propaganda. She's not for wars. She's very peaceful. Let's give her credit where it's due. And I think it's a lot of it has to do with money. And then we got the marriage again. So also a soulmate who feels like the same in terms of politics, lifestyle, XYZ. Like, you're finding your kindred spirits, if that makes sense. The Hierophant, marriage, government or public company, body, corporate, official building, or official situation. So maybe you're going from situationship and you're like out with that person. I want marriage-minded people. I want a new start, a fresh start. And that's what you're getting. You're demanding higher for yourself. You're being greedier in the sense of, you know what? I'm going to negotiate better in deals. This is going to be more official. I want a job that pays me official in my official capacity with my skills, or I'm going to take my business elsewhere and start my own business. And it's so funny because for so long, you're like, I don't have the power. I can't do this. But then you're like, universe is like, yes, you can. Two of Swords, peace and harmony. There you go with the peace again. You're like, my peace over everything. Okay, period. And needing to take the blindfold off, keep reassessing the situation at hand. There you go. You're realizing it's not worth it for me to pretend that something is happening the way it is, or the opposite, just because I got rose-colored glasses. You see, she could just undo her hand, and there's no zip tie, knock on wood. Like, there's no, the blindfold can be easily, once you put your guard down, for yourself, not to other people, right? But this is just like, you really can open your heart to love and self-love. So if you're like, I don't have time to meet other people right now, or I don't want to date, universe is like, look, reassess the situation. Actually, the balls are in your court in terms of power, respect, right? So like, your money is not going to look funny anymore. This is a time for let's say elevation in money, power, respect, and just your purpose, right? So if you are like, you know what, I went to college, I went to a grad school, I went and learned lash tech, I'm an HVAC person, I know how to weld. There's like a skill you have that you know you're not getting paid enough for, or that is legit and authentic and a small business, and the universe is like, yeah, do you know how many people are about to like not shop with huge mega corporations or big conglomerates that keep putting like different toxins or lies or propaganda sprinkled within, whether it's media, whether it's, actual companies, grocery stores. People are just like not going for the big box labels anymore. They're checking like who's on the 10K, who's on the board of directors, what do they support? Do they support wars and genocides? Boom, not buying. Like there's a lot going on, and wow, we got love again. It's the spirit of love. Do you see how he starts off like this, testing the waters, and then it's the same guy, or maybe like different, vibe going on. You just like level up into like an abundant phase, right? Like, do you see something was built, love was built, like the pyramids or whatever? But it starts off like this: the temperance, money restrictions, testing the waters. You tested the waters to see like, what is here? What am I wasting my time on? And I don't want to just, drink something that's from an aquifer that's toxic or poisonous, or, there might be an oil spill. And this isn't just talking about your food and your water and how it's farmed and where you're getting and sourcing your food from. That's literally, regenerative farming. This could also be like testing the waters in the dating world so that you are not falling for people who want to trick you and pull the wool over your eyes, right? Like you're like, I don't need to be fake blindfolded. I am actually just taking off the rose-colored glasses and realizing, oh, okay, politicians are bought out. Okay, so this is happening. Now what do I do? And you're taking your power back. You're like, I don't need to be in a surveillance state. I don't need to, be given processed foods, XYZ. I'm going to build a community. So maybe that's where your love is coming from. It's like a lot of people are like, you know what? We're done with the carcinogenic foods and weird stuff. Let's work together. And it could be as simple as, your neighbor makes rosemary and you planted, let's say spearmint, whatever it is. Now it's like, did you use glyphosate? Did I? Okay, cool. Then you trade. That's how you build community. That's how you build like who's around you that is a trusted person, who is a good advocate in your life, who's a good, knows the nitty gritty of technological things, who knows like medicinal things, whatever it is. The magician element of surprise, good or bad. Yeah, you're not going to be surprised. You understand the surprise was that like everything was a facade. Think of like the Truman Show. That's what's happening to the people of all countries versus their governments, right? And so this has been happening for decades and decades and decades. And people are like, oh, that's interesting. The technocrats, the warmongers, the like whatever it is, they want to do stuff. Let's see. Universe, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Queen of Cups, interesting. More money, more power, more soft life. You're no longer doing the struggle life thing. You're like, yeah, okay, so there was a time where it was a time, okay? And you're like, I need to, no matter where I am, I can clear my desk. I can start with making my bed. I can do something that motivates me to the next thing. It's kind of like a domino effect of greatness. That's what's about to happen for you, except it's going to be clicks, likes, and not just likes because you're unplugging from the internet as well. It might be you writing a book and then uploading it and people buying it. And you're like, whoa, I went from 0 buys to like 3 people bought my art, my book, my services, whatever it is. And that's why you're going to be sitting pretty, okay? It says woman over 25 years, blue eyes, fair or brown hair. If you don't look like that, it's just that you're soft, gentle, and motherly to yourself. For once, you're not like trying to be Mother Nature, Mother Captain Save everybody. You're like, you know what? If I need to take care of myself, it'll be one less person that other people need to take care of. So that's good. And then you can conserve your energy. But then when you have enough that it starts getting overflowing of greatness and energy and time, and you can delegate, then like a queen, you could sit back and relax knowing that you have put yourself and your like legacy and your friends and family onto greatness as well, who deserve it. But you need to observe first, so you don't just let anybody in so they can be mooches, leeches. This is like when you go into your dating phase, you're not telling them, hey, here's all my secrets. Here's all the money I'm about to inherit or get or XYZ. No, you're not. You're keeping it close to vest. You're keeping it close to chest. How much money you want to make, how much your potential is. You don't have time for that. You're like, okay, I'm not the weatherman. I can't predict things with a non-failure rate. And so failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So you're in that fail forward fast. You're like, you know what, an amateur what do they always say? An amateur built the Ark or something, Noah's Ark, and then a professional built the Titanic. So it's kind of like, nah, let me fail forward fast. So on the little things, so that on the big things, I'm not worried about it. And it's also like practicing your skill. It's like the more you practice something, the better you get at it. But that's because you failed a bunch of times learning this equation. And now you get it. So the person who gets it on the first click, okay, sometimes you get that. But for the most part, the real people need to do something at least 7 times. Write it out, handwrite it. If you're memorizing, if you're learning, if you're trying to get the next, A+ on something, or you're like, okay, I don't understand, this new algorithm, or I don't understand what's going on, how to do this. You're like a student of your own art, your own like things you love, right? So you're figuring things out, and it's like you're finding the fun in it, the humor in it. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, and people are drawn to you because of your, what did I say? You practice makes perfect, or perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So period, claim that. Definitely coming your way is excellence, money, power, respect. Let's also see, what do you need to know? Let's get your tea leaf message. Wow, it should have been decommissioned by now. Oil tanker, rusting, cargo ship. So a relationship that is rusty in your life, or, if you think about in the fog of war, some things should be, go to peace. Remember, we keep getting peace over, wars, or prosperity over greatness, profits, not over humanity, right? It should have been decommissioned by now. So you're like, what needs to be decommissioned? What just needs to be back on the shelf and not used right now because it's rusty, or it's out of whack, or it could like break, what needs a tune up? And you're looking at that in like relationships, or relationships, get it? Like a cargo ship. Relationships, some of them need to be decommissioned. Maybe it's the way you talk to yourself when you're mad at yourself. Tone it down. Be your own best friend. Choose yourself. Choose your own side. And then we got Boswellia T111. Okay, angel number 1111 or 111. 100% herbal. You're not wasting time. You see that butterfly? It's like greenish yellow. You literally are just like focused on greatness. Obviously, don't drink that if you're allergic, but this is going to like speed up your money, your discernment, your prosperity. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.